acquired this truck and what exactly we're riding in today.
Well, this is my 1969 Chevrolet C20, 3/4 ton, 2-wheel drive. It's lowered 4 inches in the front, 5 inches in the back. It actually has 5-inch drop, C10 half-ton springs in the rear, and the front just cut coils, all stock suspension. Other than that, even the ball joints, none of that's redone. Probably redo the bushings at some time. But yeah, kind of a funny story on the truck. I've always kind of had a fascination for these trucks. I mean, as most people know now, they're just getting so popular. And when I was younger, my dad had a 72 3/4 ton 2-wheel drive long box, and it was from a buddy of his. He loved that truck, and he did some stuff to it, nothing too crazy, and got rid of it. He ended up buying another 71 that needed a motor, half-ton, 5-lug, disc brakes, long box. It's orange and white, really clean truck. And him and my grandpa rebuilt the motor, and he got that one going and slammed it in the weeds, and had some decent wheels and tires on it. Sounded really good. It was really fast. Did some crazy stuff with that truck back in the day. And so those two trucks, they kind of made their mark on me. And then fast forward to shortly after you and I got married, I scored just kind of random. It was on the side of the road, a super nice 69, same year as this one, half-ton, and just a great deal, right place, right time. Got that truck and lowered it, did all that good stuff, and then actually sold it to another guy I didn't know at the time, but he was also in Northwest C10s, and now he's gotten that truck and he's chopped it all up, slammed it, custom suspension, made a bunch of one-off parts for his business. Truck's super cool. He track days the thing and races it and slaloms it. Has everything you can imagine, super custom. So of course, seeing that, I thought, man, I really want to get another truck. So that's when I started kind of thinking about him again. And my dad had this one sitting in his yard, and I just thought, man, it's so clean. At first I told him, I said, hey, it's time for you to get a new truck. And I had sold him a 72 that I had back in the past as well, because I've had a couple of these trucks, but the 72 was kind of a fleeting thing. So I sold that to him, and then I'm like, okay, I'll help you sell the yellow 69. Now that I think back to it, from a year and a half ago when we had it for sale, it was probably one of the best deals out there, just for a great daily driver, really cool patina 67 through 72 truck. I think maybe the reason why some people didn't want the truck is because it's a 3/4 ton 8-lug, but I think more and more people are kind of coming around to the idea of trying to find one of those and keeping it simple instead of swapping it out to all new 5-lug. Just having fun, keeping it simple, and just finding some cool 8-lug wheels. There's a bunch of options out there for all these, and so I wasn't able to sell the truck for him, so I convinced him to let me get my hands on it. And like I said, so now I've had it for probably 8 months, 10 months or so, maybe a little longer. And yeah, I just lowered it, put the wheels and tires on it, just some Craigslist specials for the tires. The wheels were just garbage wheels. I think 2 of them were given me for free, 2 of them were from a scrap first little get together that I got to take this to was actually the 2021 Northwest C10 show out there in Enumclaw, Washington. Which, on a side note, check out Driver Studio other video on YouTube from that show out there with the whole crew of trucks. But yeah, I took it out there, made it out there, just went for it. The truck made it no problem from Renton to Enumclaw. And I've taken it out to a couple Friday night hangouts, and of course, the Good Guys Friday night drags. But it was kind of cool having the first time you take it out to a quote-unquote show, have it be the Northwest C10 show. And of course, I had to get my obligatory yellow Northwest C10's decal and my long bed life decal.
And how was the feedback from people when you did bring it out to that first show?
As soon as I parked, somebody asked if I'd sell the truck.
So you had a lot of appreciation for your truck, needless to say.
Yeah, everybody thought it was really cool. I think a lot of people really enjoy the fact that it's still sporting all its original paint. It's a little tattered and a little patinaed and beat up here and there, but super clean truck.
Is it the original interior?
Yeah, it's the original seat. I mean, as far as we know, we never redid it. The truck had been sitting in the back 40 of the owner before my dad, sitting there for a long time. The heads were off it, needed to be done if I'm not mistaken. I think the heads, the intake manifold, all stuff was ripped off the motor, and it was just sitting out there. It was actually part of a 2-truck deal that my dad did to get this and another one. He daily drove the other truck for a long time, another long bed, but it's a half-ton, 2-wheel drive, and I guess he liked that one more because it was a half-ton, and you know, this one he got it going, and yeah, then it sat over at his house too after he got it running. I